is past. Your kind won't pass. Where the dust water is bug is airborne. Where the newborn outline is newborn.
There was a game that launched called Dustborn. Now, Mally, you are not familiar with this game, are you?
No.
Okay. This game has been called the wokest game of all time.
Oh, no.
And it was released and it was inspired, Mally, by the results of the 2016 presidential election.
Inspired by?
Yes, this was
It's a
inspired
video
by.
game?
This is a video game that it's all about getting rid of, like going against the man and the establishment, right? And
Okay.
this game has not seen a whole lot of success, as you would expect, over the first couple days. Not even getting triple digits of player base right now.
I cannot believe it. I am just shocked.
Now, this game was developed for the modern audience, and apparently the modern audience is 45 people.
My God.
As there's 45 people. Now, in its defense, there have been up to 76 total people playing this game, Dustborn.
All-time peak.
So,
All-time
yes,
peak.
yeah. Whereas, to put that in perspective, Wukong has 2.3 million people playing it. So, yeah, just from a perspective, just want to kind of point that out there. So there we are. But I wanted to show you some of the intense, wonderful gameplay that you can get from this. I'd like to pull up this situation. And you play as this black, them lead character of a lead character here. And, like I said, I don't really care, at all. Like, whatever, that's fine. It's all about the story. But here is the story here. We'll analyze what's happening on the screen here for after we're done. But let's actually watch this play out. Here's 9 seconds of gameplay.
Okay.
Fellow you're with, the black kid, dresses like a writer. Does he know anything?
You are racist.
Fellow you're with,
Oh, okay, I get it. What the fuck is this? Okay. I said something on one of my streams recently I have to take back, and if anybody was watching, I sincerely apologize. And it's that I said that typically liberals are the more creative folk because they are, they lack the part that thinks productively about the brain, so they think creatively, right? And I was like complimenting it, and I take it back. They don't even know how to make a good fucking video game. What is that? What kind of an option is that?
Well, if you don't like it, I'm sorry, Mally. I have one thing to say to you.
You are racist.
fellow you're
Apparently, I identify as it now, if that's the definition.
Blabs, can we please clip that and make that a regular video that shows up on the show? Because I think that's spectacular. But I'd like to analyze what's actually happening on the screen here in this situation. Just sometimes things get pulled out of context, right? We know this happens all the time, right? But I wanted to, kind of process this. So, this is maybe we can lead these dogs off our trail, right? And you're talking. So this is you. This is obviously what's happening in the story up top, right? They're trying to get the dogs, the cops off their trail. They have something going on. So the female officer says, perhaps one of your gigs, maybe you've seen something that caught your attention. The male officer says, the other failure with the black. And by the way, I said it like that because it's in all capitals.
It's in all caps. They're stressing it. What?
That's right. The black kid. He dresses like a writer. Do you know anything? Okay, so let's follow
you're
this here.
with, the black kid, dresses like a writer. Does he know anything?
Okay, so you then have the option to go into a trigger mode here. Okay, so you press the triangle button to go in. Now, here's the thing. They seem super weird about race. Think we can capitalize on that anxiety, kid? So let's follow what's actually happening here. They are using race against the cops in this situation because they feel like they're uncomfortable about race. So they're literally playing the race card in this situation. That's what we're doing with this game.
It's
That's what
really
we're doing.
progressive.
So
It
progressive.
doesn't even deserve the 45 players it has.
Oh, we're not done, Mally.
Oh,
I don't know. Do you have any
no.
thoughts on? Do you have any thoughts on using race as a weapon in a video game?
It had to have been designed by racists. That's my thought. Is the only people that feel the compulsive need to continue shoving race into the forefront of every conversation, whether it's kid shows or now it's video games. I mean, the thing that came to my mind when I was seeing that was Proud Family from Disney, how
Mhm.
they decided to use their show to literally, it was a whole episode. I don't know if it was more than that, but it was a whole episode for sure that was just about how horrible white people are and about how
Yep.
oppressed Black people are. And it's this. You're literally trying in every angle you can come at it from to teach people who don't know any better, assuming children, that how to be racist.
Well, not that that's not cringy enough.
Oh no.
It actually starts on the opening scene of the game. And I put this tweet out, and this credit goes to Cabrutus actually for posting this initially. So I just said, if you ever just wanted to just claw your eyes out and rip off your ears at the same time, I present you Dustborn.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. I want to play this clip because this is the opening scene of the game. Now, it's going to be a tough 89 seconds to get through, but I need you to fight through it, okay?
Okay. All right.
This is a band, and they're playing music to start the game.
Boy. Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
We're the aliens. We're the refugees. We walk among you. We're right behind you. The time is past. Your kind won't last. We're the Dustborn. This bug is airborne. We're the newborn. Our kind is newborn. We're the Dustborn. This bug is airborne. We're the newborn. Our kind is newborn. We're the Dustborn.
Okay, so that stops. Now we're going to continue this in just a second because there are actually some good points here to be made by the game itself. But I think it's very odd that they rhymed newborn and porn. Did anybody else catch up on that?
I thought that was a little weird. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that they changed the American flags too?
Oh.
They removed the 13 original colonies. 50 states is now just one giant state.
Well, that's because it's a battle against fascism, Blabs, and now we're all. That's right, because they're fighting against that, right? That's the idea.
This is a pretty violent song, I gotta say. They want us dead.
Well, you know,
Yeah, I heard that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says we're right behind you. Your time is past.
Yeah, they're gonna kill us
Your
all.
kind won't last.
Yes,
What?
your kind won't last. There we go. Like, hey,
How is this okay to publish? This sounds pretty illegal. I would think.
Like, actually, though, yeah.
listen, can you settle down? They're trying to be tolerant here, ladies. All right.
Yeah, but like I'm genuinely curious. Like, I know you can publish like any type of game on Steam and such, right? Like any type of indie game, but like, how is it? What's the legality of this? Because
This is like if AI wrote a song and gave it to Guitar Hero. This is the worst Guitar Hero ever.
Well, I mean, look, in spite of their incredible tolerance, at least they're incredibly diverse. With they got the overweight girl in the back, they got the androgynous they them on the left, they got the lead character, the lead black probably lesbian woman, and the lead lead character. And by the way, she does have that vertiligo, whatever is that what it's called, with the speckles on your face, right? She has that.
Vitiligo?
Yeah, yeah, vitiligo. And then you have the ultra progressive beta on the right side with the beard, with the beard goatee and the big eyebrows and coiffed hair.
Here's the thing, though. Like, they're saying, our kind won't last and all that. And then Keto says replacing the populace is just an alt-right conspiracy. Am I right? But they can't populate because they're all having sex with the same gender or like cutting off their genitals and stuff. So it's like, well, you guys won't last either. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, so let's continue this because most people hear the song and it's bad. But let's go listen because this is actually an interaction they're having with, I believe, a police officer.
That was different. You make a living doing this?
We're a bit rusty, and it's been a long day.
Yeah, sure thing. By the way, that song could be considered offensive in the Republic. This isn't...
I would say it's considered offensive right now. Like,
to everyone.
Right. Right. And so you can see kind of what they're going here. This can be considered offensive in the Republic. Let's continue.
Offensive in the Republic. This isn't Pacifica. People here don't like politics with their entertainment. What's your band name?
We're the Dustborn.
So just this statement itself.
Hit as hard as they wanted it to.
Yeah. This isn't Pacifica. People here don't like politics with their entertainment. Yeah, I don't think anybody likes politics with their entertainment. Like, what are we doing?
It's like one of the biggest complaints by people, actually.
Yes. And has been pointed out in the chat many, many times, Savvy, who was on our show yesterday, actually streamed the games for 7 hours yesterday. She went through, played the entire thing. And I do want to talk about her review a bit, as she said, "This is the most painful thing I have ever suffered through, but I gave it a fair shot in 7 hours of my time." And here's the other thing about this, Mally. This was actually funded by actual tax dollars to create this game. I don't remember Blab, do you recall which government? It's either Canadian government or UK government. But
they're one and the same at this point.
But it says funded this game, and I feel like every person should be able to sue the government for it, right? So
we should be able to.
Yeah, this is where your money went. But she posted over on Steam her review, and it was savage. And this is just the first paragraph of it, and there's about 4 or 5 more paragraphs. And I loved it. I was like, I got to find a way to hire Savvy to do reviews full time. She said, "After giving the game many more hours than any American game blogger would have given the game, I've come to the conclusion that this was written by a bunch of brain dead rocks. I do not believe for one instance that anyone in the progressive mindset would be this unaware and actually think this is good content. I cannot for the life of me understand how anyone thought this was a good idea. Not even the Babylon Bee could come up with this."
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. It's
There
true.
it is. I don't know what to say outside of, oh, that's right, IGN reviewed the game as well. So given their score, little background here, IGN, based out of San Francisco, right? They've gone out of their way in the past few days. They've had some fairly politically leading posts on their as we're gearing up for election season here. But they also scored, reviewed Dustborn. Now, Blabs, did you see the score that they gave it?
No, I've been waiting to be surprised.
Okay, so as a reference, I think it's important to know that Black Myth Wukong also was reviewed by them, and they gave Black Myth Wukong an 8. Okay, they gave Black Myth Wukong, they said, despite some frustrating technical issues, Black Myth Wukong is a great action game with fantastic combat, exciting bosses, tantalizing secrets, and a beautiful world. Okay, so now that you know that they gave one of the most popular games right now an 8 out of 10, what do you think they scored Dustborn?
A 10 on 10.
A 10, okay. Mally?
Oh gosh, 11 out of 10 probably.
11 out of 10. Well, no, ladies, they gave it a 7 out of 10 in comparison to Dustborn. says Dustborn brings angst to a comic book caper about an alternate reality America, and you'll get an emotional ride with a few exciting punk performances if you stick with it through a slow start. So there we are. Listen, all y'all who are hating on Dustborn, listen to IGN. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I would love to see other games that have been rated a 7 out of 10 by IGN over the years. Just so we have a proper comparison.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick Google search on that. I think that's important because I know for a fact that mini games have been like 7 is kind of seen as like average at IGN over the years, which for me, if you're rating on a 10-point scale, 5 is average, but that's just me. So anyways, we'll do a little digging on that because I think it's important. We'll do it another time. But so anyways, Dustborn is here and nobody cares, despite the positive reviews from IGN. Still, I just refreshed Steam charts. 45 people playing in the 40 minutes ago. So rest in peace, Dustborn, unless you get another crazy funding grant from the government.